these creatures played a swim-on part as Nessie over the years? Maybe. But Loch Ness hides its secrets deep. So there's only one way to explore. We're going to see what lies under the surface. As we said, that's a lot of water. 23 miles long, with walls of rock and clay which plunge steeply into a 754-foot deep abyss, deep enough to engulf Edinburgh Castle twice. The loch is murky, with dark, peaty water as brown as tea, even up at the surface. Get deep enough and no light penetrates. Which means we'll need some digital magic to clear the water, to see what's down here. Ah, that's better. Down we go. To about 130 feet, or 40 meters. The water here splits into layers at different temperatures. The loch water above is warmer, heated by the sun, floating on cold water below. These layers move independently of each other. The line between the layers is called a thermocline, and we're hovering on one right now. Wind on the surface of the loch pushes the warm water to the far end of the loch, where it forces the thermocline down. But when the wind drops, all the water starts rolling to and fro from one end of the loch to the other, and keeps going for weeks, creating huge underwater waves known as a seiche, forming a surface current that can carry logs and other debris along against the wind. Could that explain the many sightings of humps? No time to solve that now. Down we go again. And it's cold down here. Only 5 degrees or so below, but never colder. The loch never freezes. The cold water sinks in and warmer water rises from the depth to replace it. And we're right over the greatest depth now, near Urquhart Castle. Do you get the feeling something's watching us? We are not alone. There are monsters down here. Micro monsters. Check these beasties out. Some of these species have been here since the Ice Age. Could something even older have survived? Well, no light means no plants, and without plants, there's not much of a food chain for a monster. But there are fish. Here's another secret. Decades worth of wrecks at the bottom. A Zulu-class fishing boat from the 1900s. John Cobb's 1950s water speed record boat, Crusader. They even recovered a Wellington bomber from World War II. All these turned up on sonar screens. So what else might still be lurking down here? The hunt began in earnest over 50 years ago. A decades-long vigil with new technologies penetrating the depths. Explorers like Adrian Shine, founder of the Loch Ness project, who we'll meet later, have waited, watched and scanned the depths. Oh, what's that? Could it be? Oh, no, sorry. It's just a log. This tree stump here actually caused a commotion when an underwater camera caught it back in the 70s. It does look like something else. And what's this? Also taken around the same time. Another log? We've tried other ways to find answers. Here's Adrian squeezing into the machine. The tiny one-man observation pod he tested in the clearer waters of Loch Ness, 2 cramped, freezing hours at a time. The Pequod up there investigated Loch waters too. And the Viperfish, the one-man yellow submarine you saw outside, built by Dan Taylor, an American submarine enthusiast, took to the depths of Loch Ness. One account of his voyage gives us something to consider. Upon reaching the loch floor bed, Dan found himself within a silt storm that sent him in a 180-degree spin. Dan was unable to identify what caused this. He had indeed entered uncharted waters. A close call that he could never explain. I think we best move on. Let's see what else we can learn from the real scientific research into Loch Ness, undertaken by Adrian and others.